I'm Ben from Readysetink, and today we're talking about all of the Amethyst cards from Into the Inklands. Why are we doing that? We want to know what the cards do. We want to remember them. We want to know their abilities. We want to know their stat lines, and we want to know what decks they could fit into the new Azurite Sea meta. That's what's up. We're starting it off with the Alice. She's a super rare, but is she worth it? You exert this character, exert chosen opposing character, and all other opposing characters with the same name. So if your opponent's playing a Magic Broom deck, you could exert all their brooms. If they're playing a Dalmatian deck, you could exert all their Dalmatians. If they're playing a Maui deck, you could exert the one Maui that they play, the hero to all, because the half shark, it would, if they have both Mauis, yeah, you exert them. They only have to have the one big name. They don't have to have the little subtext down here. Maybe it's useful as a Tekken card if there's ever a deck that you're scared about at locals. Like if someone's playing an all-queen deck, you're like, haha, I got Alice, and I'm going to directly counter you. Or if they're playing a deck like, what's the Pete? There's a Pete one that can play all Petes. Boom, exert them all. But then how are you going to take them out? Not with Alice, because she'll be exerted. Because you have to exert her to use this ability. It's a whole lot of effort to do a whole lot of stuff that you would need to challenge them with. I don't know what they were thinking with this card. I don't know where it fits in. I really don't. With the right tea leaves and a little magic, she creates the perfect cup for any party guest. Chernobog's followers, now I know what they were thinking with this card. It's a little spooky, scary skeletons. That's what's going on. The creatures of evil. Chernobog was the evildoer that we talked about in the last Amber video for Into the Inklands. This one is the creatures of evil. The 2/1 stat line, pretty good. It can take out an opponent if they play something down, or most likely you're going to quest with this and then banish it to draw a card. Let Chaos Reign is right. And now with the addition of the library location card, this card is off the hook. Because if you move this to the library on like turn 4, you can quest it while there, banish it, and then you're drawing 2 cards if it was banished at the library. It's a real good deal. It's a real good deal now. It was a good deal back then, and now it's even a better deal. This is the Diablo, the 2/1, the purple. This is the one that no one's going to play, because now in Azurite Sea, there's an even better one that does a very similar Chernobog's followers that says when this character is banished, you may draw a card. It's only a 0 stat line, the new one that we got from Azurite Sea, but this one was made for the Maleficent decks. There is a deck that can play all Maleficents that's kind of cool. It's got the Dreamborn Ally keywords, and it has Looking for Aurora ability. Whenever you play a character named Maleficent, you may look at the top card of your deck, put it on either top or bottom of your deck. So you can look and be like, oh, do I want this? And then say, no, I don't want this. And put it on the bottom of your deck, never to see it again for the rest of that game. With a little inked magic, with a little ink enhanced magic, nothing escapes his sights. You know, this sure does look like the footprint from the Owl of Lorcana. And this, I've never noticed this. This looks like a horse's mane, right? Maybe it's Maximus, the genie, and you can see that he's holding up the number 3. The 1, the 2, and the 3. And the number 3 is important because that's what he do be like. The 3 Wishes ability says whenever this character quests, you may shuffle this card into your deck to draw 3 cards. It can draw you 3. This is way better than the legendary Yzma, because not only are you getting a shuffle, which might be the make or break of your deck, like if you put in too many good things at the bottom of your deck, this thing can shuffle it up and then draw you 3. 3 is huge. It doesn't matter how many cards you have in your hand, like the new legendary Yzma says. If you have less than 3 cards, exert this and then draw up to 3 cards, like draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. This one just gives you a 3, and then you get to quest with it. It's lovely. It's a good deal for sure. When the flavor text right here, direct from the lamp, right here for you, very much wish fulfillment. Wow. It's a good card, don't get me wrong, I like it, but nobody's really going for it. The Hydros is also a good card, but at what cost? Because you don't want to use its exert ability to exert chosen character. You want to use it to gain the 2 lore, but there's other characters that can be more aggro. It's got the Titan keyword, which is great. Hopefully, eventually, we'll get Floodborn Titans that we can all make a fun little Titan deck and everything will be okay, but for now, we don't have that. The Iago Pretty Polly, the 3/2 stat line with evasive. This could have been a great Diablo counter, but it doesn't have rush. You could find a way to give this rush. Your Majesty certainly has a way with dumb animals, says Jafar. And it looks like there's a bunch of cookies flying around Polly. Polly want a parrot? Polly want a cracker. This is Jafar. This Jafar wasn't the shift target for the next Jafar that we're talking about. This one was for some other purposes. You'd much rather shift this onto the steel Jafar. But if you're playing in purple, maybe you have to play this one. Now, you'd much rather play the Jafars from Chapter 1 that are purple. This Jafar, the 2/2 stat line, quest for 2. We like that it quests for 2, but that's not why you want to use it. You want to use it to get into this Jafar, because this Jafar is magic. The I Am Your Master Now ability. When you play this character, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one on top of your deck, and the other on the bottom of your deck. Does that sound familiar to Diablo, except for it looks at one more card? Sure does. Is it important to use to scry to look at what you want? It's when you play this character. On-play abilities are good. That gives it a lot more plus power. But the 2/2 stat line, maybe it's a good target. I will rule as far as the eye can see. This Jafar was planning on doing a bunch of stuff all the way back here. This one wanted to rule all of Lorcana ever since set 3. This is the striking illusionist Jafar. He's got 2 little snakes, and he has an enchanted card. Incredible. You can shift it for 5. Good deal. Evasive. The amount of time that people have forgot that this card is evasive is off the chain. You can Zeus it, which is good because you need an answer to this. If you don't have evasives in your deck, you need to have an answer for the Jafar. It has the power beyond measure during your turn. While this character is exerted, whenever you draw a card, gain 1 lore. There's so many cool wombo combos to do with this. The main one was to use a Whole New World to draw 7, and then you get 7 lore if this was exerted. If you sing it with him, you get the 7 lore. It's a good deal. And then in the next set, we got the second star to the right, where you could draw 10 cards. That'd be 10 lore. If you have 2 Jafars on board, that's all 20 right there. It's the wombo combos. You love to see it. Jafar is a great card. He'll always be around. We love to see it. Lena Saberwing, I have way too many of these. It's a rush character, but it only hits for 1, so what's the point? I think it's here for fan service. Born from the Shadows, saved by friendship. The Magic Broom, we stopped getting Magic Broom support a couple sets ago, and everyone is hoping for a little bit more Magic Broom support. The Dancing Duster, the 3/3 body on a 6 uninkable, but that's okay because if you have a Mickey Mouse Sorcerer, you're paying 1 less for Broom. If you have 2 Mickey Mouse Sorcerers, you're paying 2 less for Brooms. You can make this like a 4-cost character. Power Clean, when you play this character, if you have a Sorcerer character in play, you may exert chosen opposing character that can't ready at the start of your next turn. Wow. I haven't played against this. This is a really good ability. I don't think people know that this one exists. This is a good ability. They can't start at the next turn, and then you can play it down for super cheap. I like this a lot. This is Elsa's ability, but just for 1 target. And you have to have a Sorcerer character in play. It's a good deal. And it compare with the Yen Sid, and it compare with the Mickey Mouse Sorcerer. There's lots of stuff going on for this Magic Broom. I like it. And I don't think lots of people play it in their Broom decks, or maybe they're saving it for a special occasion. This is the Magic Broom, the Swift Cleaner, and you can see all of his different astral projections behind him. He's got a whole lot of Mop Bucket. The 4/4 got the rush. He can hit for huge amounts. While you play this character, you may shuffle all Brooms from your discard into your deck. It's so good. This might be the best broom. Best broom there is. Definitely, if you're playing the Magic Broom deck, you're going to want to have the Swift Cleaners. This is the Magic Broom, the big sweeper. He costs 3 and he's a 1/5. But if he's out of location, you get 2 strength. So it can go to a 3/5. It's huge. And the location that you want to put them at is the Sorcerer's Tower. We'll talk about this a little bit later. It says your Magic Brooms move here for free. Whoa, don't mind if I do. Not paying 2 ink. And it says characters get +1 lore while here. That's huge. If they're all questing for more lore, it's a good deal. If this thing quests for 3, if this quests for 2, quests for 2, it's a good deal for sure. The Magic Carpet Flying Rug has the evasive ability, the 2/1 stat line. You can exert it and move a character of yours to a location for free, but then you don't get the lore. But you get to move them for free, and if you move a character for free to the Sugar Rush Speedway instead of paying the 6 ink, you gain 3 lore and draw 3 cards. Do people know about this combo? It's a good combo. The Magica Dispel. Ambitious Wish doesn't do anything very much. But she was a cool little storytelling thing because she stole the trident to give to Ursula in the story. The 2/3 stat line. Big spooky. Ooh. I've never seen the anime with her. I tried for a little bit. I should probably try more to know more about Magica Dispel because she looks pretty sick. The Midas Touch, the 4/6 stat line, the ultimate stats, but no lore, question mark, says whenever this character quests. Gain lore equal to the cost of one of your items in play. So if you have a lucky dime, she can quest for 7. If you have a popsicle and no other items, she can quest for 1. We gotta play a deck with her. We love to see it. Magica Dispel is what's for dinner tonight. I'm recording this on Thanksgiving. Magica Dispel, the Thieving Sorceress, is a 3/4 stat line. You exert it, return chosen item with cost equal or less to this character's strength to its player's hand. That's pretty cool. So if you give this support, you can return anything. If you quest with somebody, you give this support, then it's going to have a higher strength and you can return even higher cost cards to their player's hand. So it's a convoluted bounce, but it's an all right bounce, but you want to be able to get your 2 lore, but you want to be able to bounce people to the thing. This little box that she's opening is the same box that Ariel had in the first chapter card. You just got to delete these keywords. This Ariel, check it out right here. Oh, there's Flounder. But she has the box that Magica Dispel is opening. What does it all mean about? It's a thingamabob. She has 20 of them. Is this one of the 20 lore? We'll never know. What does it all mean? What was inside the box? Surely not the trident that she gave to Ursula. This is the legendary Maleficent. Underrated, if you ask me. I like it. It has some spice to it. It's kind of aggro. It's only got the 2/3 stat line, so it's super squishy, but its abilities make up for it. It says whenever this character quests, you may draw a card. That's such a good ability. What dark knowledge. You draw a card when it quests. During your turn, whenever you draw a card, you may move 1 damage counter from chosen character to chosen opposing character. So if you draw a card, which you do when she quests, also when you draw for the start of your turn, you get to move a damage counter. If they put any damage counters on you, boom, you get to do a damage to one of their people, and you're moving a damage counter. It's not doing a damage. So this gets past resist. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. The Mama Odie 3/6 stat line. Play it down for 6 uninkable. Why would you do that? Whenever this character quests, you may move up to 2 damage counters from chosen character to chosen opposing character. That's the way to give it what it needs. Juju. It quests for 2. There's some crazy things in the background. Looks like she's adding some hot sauce. I'd never play that card even if you gave me $100. Probably for $100 I'd play that card. Pow! The pot-bellied buddy. The 2/2 stat line, and it says whenever this character is banished, you may shuffle this card into your deck. Giving your deck a shuffle is pretty good. Questing for 2 on a 2-cost body, that's also really good. It fits into stuff. It's aggro. It can work. Don't sleep on it. The Rafiki, the mystical fighter, is being slept on. It's a 1-drop that can go to a 3/2 when it's challenging people. And he doesn't take damage from hyena characters. If you challenge a hyena character, how often is that going to come up? Never. But it's in the artwork, and that's cool. We like the Rafiki. I think it's underrated at this point because having Challenger 3 on a 1-cost body, it's going to be good. This can almost take out the Daisy Duck. It can't because Daisy Duck has 4 willpower, and this only hits for 3. So I don't know. Maybe it's not the best. The Stratos can win you games if you have Titan characters in play. It's evasive. That's a good deal. And if you have couple Titan characters in play, you exert it, and then you gain lore equal to the Titan characters in play. I did a OTK with this card where I gained all 20 lore using this, and I set up all my Titan characters, and then boom, we got it with Stratos. We got all 20 lore with him in 1 turn because you can untap this and then use his ability again. What did we untap it with? Maybe we just had multiple Stratoses on board. Is it the Hades that lets you untap a Titan character? There's something that lets you untap a Titan character. This is probably the best Titan character. Blow Zeus away, the Tornado Titan. The Firebird. If you're like me and had no idea what this card was from, it is from Fantasia. This is one of Chernobog's friends, if you know what I'm saying. The force of destruction, it rages through the forest, wings spread wide with flame. Spring sings its ancient chorus, and green renews its claim. It's the 6/2. It can challenge into something. It's a big body, a quest for one. This is just a cool art. I think this is just a cool foil to have. It's a vanilla card. It don't do much else. The Queen, Hateful Rival. It's got the sorcerer keyword, got the villain keyword, got the queen keyword. It's got all the best keywords right here. A cobweb strand to hold her fast, an eagle's eye to see her well, sands of time to steal her past, thus I cast my magic spell. What is that, a limerick? The Treasure Guardian. This character can't challenge or quest unless it's at a location. What a bad deal to have this character at a location. It's a bad deal. If you can't do anything with this character, what's the point? You could sing a song with it, and it would be a huge body, and maybe this would trigger Flynn Rider pretty good. Is this just a Flynn Rider proc? You know, the one that says if you have more strength at the start of your turn, gain 3 lore? Has no one put this with Flynn Rider? Could you do that with Gustav too? No. Gustav's a better thing. It's a 3 uninkable that does the same thing. You have to banish a character to ready it. This got outclassed by Gustav. Don't at me. I did a Kingdom Hearts 1 playthrough here on the Readysetink channel, and we went inside of the Treasure Guardian, aka the Cave of Wonders, in that series. And that's all I have to say about that. This is Ursula, not the best, but also really, really good in sealed. If you're playing a sealed tournament, oh, she's got the sorcerer. Does lots of other Ursulas have sorcerer? This is a good Ursula. The 3/3, really, really good in sealed. It says whenever this character quests, chosen opposing character can't ready at the start of your next turn, you can just stop them from playing the game. It's that good. The secret contract had already been written. It's a good card. Bestow a gift, move 1 damage counter from chosen character to chosen opposing character. Gets around ward, not ward. Gets around resist, does not get around ward. Don't at me. Gets around resist. The It Calls Me action song is the only song card we got. We got 2 song cards. The It Calls Me song card says draw a card. Good deal. Don't mind if I do. Then choose up to 3 cards from chosen opponent's discard and shuffle them into their deck. You can choose 0, but then you don't shuffle. The last ditch effort. That's Maui. He's doing something. Is he facing Taka? What's wrong with his fish hook? Why doesn't it have a little hook? Why does it just look like a baseball bat? Did he do something to break it? Exert chosen opposing character. Then chosen character of yours gains Challenger 2 this turn. So you can kind of guarantee to take somebody out. If you play this 3-cost action card, it's a whole lot to do. It's pretty good in sealed. I recommend it in your sealed Inklands tournaments if you ever do one of those. The Boss is on a Roll action song card. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Put any number of them on the top or bottom of your deck in any order. Then check it out. You gain 1 lore. And you can put the best card you want on top of your deck and then put the cards that you don't want to see for the rest of the game on the bottom. It's a really good song card. And if you double sing this with Ursula, you can look at 10 cards and find the best card that you want to play next turn and gain 2 lore. Overall, a good card that's being slept on. Keep your eye out. They might do the Bosses on the Roll on you. The Lamp says banish this item. If you have a character named Jafar in play, draw 2 cards. If you have a character named Genie in play, return chosen character will cost 4 or less to their player's hand. Say get out of here. And if you bounce it with Maleficent's staff on board too, pretty good. Drawing 2 cards, pretty good, but you have to banish this item. But it only costs 2. That's the Wombo combo. Don't mind if I do. The Sorcerer's Hat got an enchanted card. It's a good enchanted card. It's got a little glass bottle in the background here. And Minnie Mouse, we can see her shadow over here. She's searching for it. Minnie approached it cautiously. Whoever had placed it here might have prepared traps. This really looks like Ariel's Secret Grotto going on. It says exert, you pay 1 ink, name a card, then reveal the top card of your deck. If it is the named card, put that card in your hand. Otherwise, put it on top of your deck so you'll know what card is on top of your deck. Or you'll get to draw a card for 1 ink, for 3 ink after you pay the item cost. Lots of people are like, oh, put this in the Bruno Madrigal deck and then you'll be good. You don't want to do that in the Bruno Madrigal deck. You want to play your puppies. But I get what they're saying. The Broom deck, Lorcana with Luke. Forbidden Mountain is a YouTuber. An eerie, quite An eerie quiet sounds the castle. An eerie quiet sounds surrounds the castle. But beware of dangerous occupant within. Is it the big old scary dragon? The Queen's Castle, probably the best location that we ever got or will ever get. At the start of your turn, for each character you have here, you may draw a card. It's not just one card draw. It could be 20 card draws if you have 20 characters here. Am I right? And you gain 2 lore, huge. And it has 7 willpower. It can't be taken out by Maui in one shot. If you want to take this out, you're likely going to have to use 2 turns of your character's challenging to get rid of it. That's why it's a $6 rare. That's why it's almost a $20 foil. It's back down to like a $15 foil. The Sorcerer's Tower pairs with all the brooms. You want to play this if you're playing the brooms deck. Definitely the Wondrous Workshop. And we might get another Sorcerer's Tower because this has a little second keyword there. And then our 3 enchanters that we got were Jafar, Maleficent, and the Sorcerer's Hat. Thank you for watching. We put out new videos every day. We'll see you in the next one.